Hi, I'm Amanda. Before I continue, please like and subscribe. One click from you means more stories can be shared. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers and make a difference. Let's begin. I never thought I'd be telling this story, but here we are. 3 years ago, I was living what I considered a pretty normal life. I had my own apartment in Chicago, a decent job as a marketing coordinator, and what I believed was a good relationship with my family, especially my mom, Karen. Amanda, honey, are you coming to Sunday dinner this week? My mom's voice chirped through the phone one Wednesday afternoon. I was planning on it. Should I bring anything? I asked while sorting through emails at my desk. Just yourself. Oh, and maybe that chocolate cake your brother loves so much. Will do. Is Michael bringing Jessica? I asked, referring to my brother and his wife. Of course. And your Aunt Linda will be there too. She's been asking about you. My relationship with my mom had always been what most would call close. We talked several times a week, had our regular Sunday dinners, and she was usually the first person I called when something good, or bad, happened in my life. Amanda, you look exhausted, my coworker Zoe commented as we grabbed coffee in the break room that Friday. I've been helping my mom plan this charity auction for her neighborhood association. It's been taking up all my evenings this week. Zoe raised an eyebrow. Again? Didn't you just help her with that garden club fundraiser last month? Yeah, but you know how she is. She always needs an extra set of hands. And those hands are always yours, never your brother's, Zoe pointed out, stirring her coffee with more force than necessary. It's fine. I don't mind helping. There's helping, and then there's letting someone take advantage of you, Zoe said carefully. I brushed off her concern. It's not like that. But maybe it was. Looking back, there were plenty of signs I chose to ignore. Amanda, I need you to pick up the centerpieces for the auction, Mom called to tell me that Saturday morning. Mom, I told you I have that presentation to prepare for work. Can Michael do it? He's busy with the kids today. It'll just take an hour, 2 tops. The florist closes at noon. I sighed, already closing my laptop. Fine. Text me the address. You're the best, sweetie. Oh, and while you're out, could you also stop by the printer to get the programs? And maybe swing by the venue to check on the table setup? What was supposed to be a quick errand turned into a 6-hour ordeal. My presentation remained unfinished. Where have you been? Mom demanded when I finally arrived at her house with all the items. We needed those centerpieces an hour ago to finish the table arrangements. I've been running all over town doing everything you asked me to, I said, trying to keep my voice level. Well, now we're behind schedule. Linda and I have been waiting to finish the tables. No, thank you. No acknowledgement of the fact that I'd given up my entire Saturday. Just criticism for not doing it fast enough. Sorry to keep you waiting, I muttered, setting the boxes down. Sunday dinner the next day was tense. I was still annoyed about Saturday and exhausted from staying up until 3 a.m. finishing my work presentation. Amanda barely helped with the auction preparations, I overheard Mom telling Aunt Linda in the kitchen. I had to do most of it myself, as usual. I froze in the hallway, a stack of plates in my hands. That doesn't sound like Amanda, Linda replied. Oh, she's changed. Always too busy with her job. Not like Michael, he's so devoted to family. Didn't he back out of helping yesterday? Linda asked. He has children, Linda. Amanda just has herself to worry about. I set the plates down on the dining table with a clatter that made everyone look up. Everything okay, Amanda? My dad asked. Fine, I replied tersely. During dinner, Mom dominated the conversation with praise for my brother. Michael just got another promotion, she announced proudly. Senior manager now. That's great, Mike, I said sincerely. My brother had always been decent to me, even if he did let Mom make excuses for him constantly. Thanks, Mandy. How's your job going? He asked. Before I could answer, Mom jumped in. Oh, she's still at that same marketing place. Still just a coordinator, right, Amanda? I'm up for a promotion to team lead next month, I said, stabbing a potato with my fork. Well, that's nice. Though it's not really the same as Michael's position, is it? He manages 15 people now. Jessica, my sister-in-law, gave me a sympathetic look across the table. The final straw came 3 days later. I'd just nailed my presentation at work, and my boss had hinted strongly that the promotion was mine. I was ecstatic and called Mom immediately. Mom, guess what? Phillips practically confirmed I'm getting the team lead position. Oh, that's nice, honey. Listen, can I call you back? I'm at Michael's house. Sammy just took his first steps. We're all celebrating. Oh, my excitement deflated. Sure, call me later. She didn't call back that night, or the next day. When she finally called 2 days later, it wasn't to congratulate me. Amanda, I need a favor. Can you take next Friday off work? The contractor is coming to redo my kitchen, and I need someone here while I take your father to his doctor's appointment. Mom, I can't take Friday off. We have a major client presentation. This is important, Amanda. Your father's health. Can't Michael take him? Or can you reschedule the contractor? Michael has an important meeting he can't miss, and the contractor is booked months out. You know how hard it was to get him? My job is important too, Mom. This presentation could determine whether I get this promotion. So your job is more important than your father's health? She used that guilt-trip tone I'd heard countless times. That's not what I said. I just can't take Friday off. I'm sorry. I never thought my own daughter would be so selfish, she snapped. When you were sick with pneumonia last year, who took a week off to care for you? Who drove you to every doctor's appointment? I didn't ask you to do that, Mom. I told you I could manage. Oh, so now you're ungrateful too. After everything I've done for you? I am grateful, but nothing. Family comes first, Amanda. At least it should. Clearly your priorities are elsewhere. The conversation deteriorated from there. Every time I tried to explain my position, she twisted my words or brought up some past favor to prove my ingratitude. Finally, I said, Mom, I can't keep having the same argument. My job matters to me, and I need you to respect that. If your job matters more than your family, then fine. Go be with your precious job. Her voice was cold. Don't bother coming to Sunday dinner anymore. Mom, you don't mean that. I do. In fact, don't call or come over. We're done. I'm tired of being disappointed by you. I sat in shocked silence for a moment before responding with 2 simple words. Got it. Then I hung up. My phone immediately lit up with texts from her. I can't believe you just hung up on me. This is exactly what I'm talking about. No respect. Your father will be heartbroken when I tell him what you said. I didn't respond to any of them. Instead, I blocked her number. That night, I called Aunt Linda. She said what? Linda exclaimed after I recounted the conversation. That we're done, not to call or come over anymore. Oh, Amanda, you know your mother. She says things in the heat of the moment. This felt different, I interrupted. And honestly, Aunt Linda, I'm tired. I'm tired of being made to feel like I don't matter unless I'm doing something for her. I'm tired of my accomplishments being dismissed while Michael's are celebrated. I'm just tired. What are you going to do? Take her at her word. We're done. The next few days were hard. Dad called, trying to mediate, but I held firm. She needs to apologize, Dad. Really apologize, not just say she's sorry I got upset. You know your mother has trouble admitting when she's wrong, he said with a sigh. That's not my problem anymore. Michael called next. Mandy, Mom's really upset. Is she upset that I'm hurt, or upset that I'm not giving in this time? His silence was answer enough. Look, Mike, I love you and the kids, and you're welcome in my life anytime. But I'm done being Mom's emotional punching bag. I threw myself into work. Got that promotion. Started therapy to unpack years of manipulative behavior I'd normalized. Made new friends. Strengthened relationships with people who actually celebrated my successes. During one therapy session, Dr. Rivera asked me a question that stopped me in my tracks. Amanda, what would you say to your younger self if you could go back in time? I thought for a moment. I'd tell her that she deserves to be celebrated too, that her achievements matter, that love shouldn't be conditional. And do you believe that now? She asked gently. I'm starting to, I admitted. There are still days when I feel guilty, when I reach for my phone to call Mom before remembering. But then I remember how peaceful my life has become without the constant criticism. What's been the most surprising thing about this separation? Dr. Rivera asked. How many people have stepped up? Zoe invites me to family events now. Jessica calls just to check in. Dad makes time for me separately. It's like I've discovered what healthy relationships actually feel like. 6 months passed, then 9. Dad and I maintained contact. We'd meet for lunch every few weeks, careful to avoid talking about Mom too much. Michael and Jessica brought the kids over occasionally. Aunt Linda became a stronger presence in my life, a supportive maternal figure without the manipulation. She asks about you, Dad mentioned during one of our lunches around the 10-month mark. Does she? She misses you, Amanda. She knows how to reach me. Pride is a powerful thing, he said sadly. So is self-respect, Dad. A full year passed. I'd created a new normal for myself. My team at work was thriving under my leadership. I'd started dating a kind, supportive man named Daniel. I'd even moved to a nicer apartment. Then came the text. Exactly 1 year and 2 weeks after that final call. Amanda, it's your mother. Please call me. It's important. I stared at the message for a long time before showing it to Daniel. What do you think? I asked. What do you want to do? He countered. Part of me wants to ignore it. Part of me is curious. Either choice is valid, he said, squeezing my hand. I decided to call, for closure, if nothing else. Amanda? Mom's voice sounded smaller somehow. Yes, you said it was important? It is! Your father had a minor heart attack yesterday. My stomach dropped. Is he okay? Yes, he's fine. They caught it early, put in a stent. He's coming home tomorrow. Why didn't anyone call me sooner? I demanded. I didn't know if you'd want to hear from us. He's my father, Mom. Of course I'd want to know. An uncomfortable silence followed. I'll come visit him tomorrow, I said finally. He'd like that. She paused. I'd like that too. The next day, I brought flowers to their house, steeling myself as I knocked on the door that had once been as familiar to me as my own. Mom opened it, looking older somehow. We regarded each other awkwardly. How's Dad? I asked, walking past her without a hug. Resting. The doctor says he'll make a full recovery. Dad was delighted to see me, and after spending time with him, I found myself alone in the kitchen with Mom. Amanda, I owe you an apology, she began. What I said a year ago? I didn't mean it. Yes, you did, I replied calmly. Maybe not forever, but in that moment you meant every word. I was angry. You were controlling, I corrected her. And when I finally stood up to you, you tried to cut me out completely. She looked down at her hands. I've had a lot of time to think this past year, watching Michael and Jessica, how they parent, how they respect each other's careers and choices. I realized I haven't been fair to you. No, you haven't. I miss you, Amanda. Everyone does. Sunday dinners aren't the same without you. I've missed certain things too, I admitted. But I haven't missed feeling inadequate or taken for granted. I know I can't undo the past, but maybe we could try again? Start fresh? I took a deep breath. I don't think fresh is possible, Mom. Too much has happened. But I am willing to have a relationship with you again. On new terms. What terms? She asked cautiously. I need you to respect my boundaries. My job matters to me. My time matters. My choices matter. I'm not always going to be available when you want something, and that doesn't make me selfish or ungrateful. I understand, she said quietly. Do you? Because this isn't a one-time conversation. If we're going to have any relationship going forward, things have to be different. They will be. I promise. I didn't say anything. I've lost a year with you, she continued, her voice breaking slightly. I've missed your promotion, your new apartment, meeting Daniel. I don't want to miss any more. That was your choice, Mom. You're the one who ended things. And I've regretted it every day since, she admitted. Your Aunt Linda has been quite forthright in telling me exactly how wrong I was. That made me smile slightly. Good old Aunt Linda. I'm not coming to Sunday dinner this week, I told her. Or next week. I need time. But I'll call you, and we can try having lunch, just the two of us. See how it goes. Relief washed over her face. I'd like that very much. As I was leaving, she tried to hug me. I stepped back. Not yet, Mom. We're not there yet. In the year that followed, we rebuilt. Not the same relationship we had before, but something new. Something with clear boundaries that she learned, albeit sometimes reluctantly, to respect. There were setbacks and old patterns that tried to reassert themselves, but I stood firm. The strangest thing? Once she realized I wouldn't tolerate the old dynamic, she actually seemed to respect me more. You've really grown into yourself, Aunt Linda commented at a family gathering 6 months into this new chapter. And your mother is changing too. Is she? I asked skeptically. Don't look so surprised. You showed her she couldn't control you. That changed the game. Looking across the room, I caught my mother's eye. She gave me a small, almost hesitant smile. I didn't smile back, but I didn't look away either. Sometimes standing your ground means losing people, at least for a while. But if they truly want to be in your life, they'll find a way back on your terms, not theirs.